Hi guys, this is an AI and now on with the story Chapter 1 Naruto's POV. My name is Naruto. Uzumaki of Konohagakure was born 12 years ago on October 10 during the infamous Kyuubi attack. For as long as I can remember, the villagers always hated me. I was rarely allowed in shops, and if I was, they charged me double if not triple what everyone else pays. On the plus side, I still have Gigi with me. Oh, and don't forget old man Tucci and his daughter Ayame. They have always cared for me ever since the orphanage, and I saved that Hyuga girl. Flashback. The sun shines on my face, forcing me to wake up as much as I wanted to go back to sleep. The thought hit me today as my birthday. That thought got me getting ready really fast. Before I knew it, I was already in the cafeteria eating my breakfast alone. I'm happy, but nobody else is. I try to ignore it sometimes and watch how annoyed the other kids and the headmaster gets, so there is a fun side to that. At least the headmaster, per usual, is sternly walking her path through the cafeteria waiting for someone to act up. For the most part, she will just stare me down, fantasizing about watching walk out of this dumb place with a bag over my shoulder, ready to die alone. Next thing I know, one of the older kids started to try and eat my lunch. Hey, what are you doing? I said to the unfamiliar face. What do you mean? I am hungry, so I am gonna eat you, brat. I knew this was not going to end well, so I just let him be, only because I am on thin ice with the headmaster. Time skip. After lunch in the courtyard, I am minding my own business when the same boy comes up to me. Hey brat, thanks for the extra lunch. Not like you need it, demon, said the older boy. What? Why does everyone call me that? Why did you call me demon? I heard it from the headmaster herself, but you are too weak to be a demon. This kid is starting to get on my nerves, but what is there for me to do? If I start anything, I'll just get thrown out like trash. I also heard her say that your dad was a drunk and your mom was a whore. Once the boy said that, there was a faint cracking sound in the back of my mind. Next thing I knew, I was seeing red. However, it was slowly fading to black. Time skip. I woke up the next day. My head was throbbing like I got hit by a bus. I looked around my room and noticed all my things, however little stuff I had, was all gone. I ran downstairs hoping to find the headmaster to see what's going on. Then I see it, a single box labeled demon outside, knowing full well that everyone calls me demon monster or even demon brat. That is when I knew my time at the orphanage was most likely done. I ran to pick up my things and run back inside with hope to make it back to some sort of sanctuary from the elements, only to be face to face with the headmaster with a sickened face and an all too familiar glare. Time skip. It has been a month since the orphanage has kicked me out. It is so cold. Most of my belongings that were in the box were merely torn and burned with very little to salvage. Oh, did I mention that it is the first snow of the year, so that means it will just get colder from here. I am walking towards the edge of town, trying to scrounge for something, anything to eat, when I hear a faint cry for help. I follow the cries as fast as I can, only to find an all too familiar boy with two of his lackeys messing with a girl around my age. She has short raven hair, fair snow white skin, and the most enchanting thing about her was the mighty lavender Byakugan eyes of the Hyuga clan. Hinata's POV. Looky here, Kunobo, it's a Hyuga running around thinking she's better than us, one of the lackeys said to the familiar 7-year-old. You're right, Suzuma, we ought to teach her a lesson and show her the Hyuga aren't so high and mighty, the other lackey said to the first. Arino, Suzuma, pin her down. I heard their leader say, hey, back off. I hear a kid about my age yell out, well. Isn't it demon boy, back off. This Hyuga needs to be put in her place. Naruto gets between the three bullies and Hinata. I will be the Hokage when I am older. You don't want to mess with me or this girl. I see the very confident boy try to perform the Kage Bunshin no Jutsu and see the bullies back off. Slightly, but it did not work. Susuma Arino, did you see that? Kunobo starts laughing, his lackeys following suit. You really think you will be the Hokage? Ha ha ha, you couldn't even do a Kage Bunshin. Pathetic. He finished with a chuckle. The boys attacked my rescuer, not seeming to want to show any mercy. Left hook after left hook, kick after kick. I want to help him, but my side hurts too much to gain any balance. Then I heard him, Hinata Hinata, his louder and louder as he approaches and finally comes into view. As soon as I saw Ko, the bullies scurried off rather quickly. Here, let me help you up. The boy offered me to take his hand and I took it. Ank. Thank why. You. He. You're welcome. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. What's yours? He gave me a million-watt smile with his bruised face. My na. Name is Hinata H. Hyuga N. Nice to meet you. I return the soft smile with a slight blush smearing across my face. Hinata-sama, are you okay? Come on, let's get you home. Ko guides me away with his hands on my shoulders. As soon as we are out of earshot, Ko says, Hinata-sama, I want you to steer clear of that boy back there, okay? I could hear the stern authority in his voice. Reluctantly I answered, oh, okay. I wanted to look back to see if Naruto was still there, but I know Ko will just make me turn back around. Flashback end plus Naruto's POV, since then Gigi set me up in an apartment I don't have much since material things mean nothing when you are charged double and triple anyone else would pay for such things. I do receive a monthly allowance from Gigi to help pay for rent as well as ramen for the month because it is the food of the gods. Nothing else could silence my hunger as much as ramen, especially from Ichiraku's aka Heaven on Earth. Oh, what am I doing running through Konoha, you may ask? Well, I am currently running from some Jonin. Because I painted the Anbu HQ fluorescent pink. How they haven't caught me yet as a thud asterisk. Hey there, Iruka-sensei, what are you doing here? I said, flashing my famous million-watt smile, hoping not to get in too much trouble. Hey, it's that demon boy again, a shopkeeper whispers to an employee. Honey, stay away from that monster now, you hear? Why did they even let him in the academy? He is dangerous. A crowd started to form around me whispering profanities all while I am being scolded by Iruka-sensei. I ignore it all cause what will moping around do for me? Absolutely nothing. Time skip plus no one's POV. Naruto walks into class. Fangirls swarming. Sasuke Uchiha, the last loyal Uchiha after his older brother slaughtered his entire clan, leaving him the sole survivor. He also sees a sleeping Shikamaru. Nara sleeping as usual, thinking how troublesome this class is. A big-boned Choji Akamichi munching on today's choice of chips, which happens to be barbecue. We can't forget the Ninken user Kiba Inuzuka talking to the insect user Shino Aburame with Akamaru sleeping atop his head. Then in the back of the class sits the lone Hyuga heir that Naruto saved all those years ago. Naruto pushes through the fangirls, making his way to his seat next to Sasuke, but a couple screaming banshees think otherwise. Naruto baka move, I want to sit next to Sasuke-kun, shouted a crazed Sakura. Haruno, which he ignored. No way, billboard brow, I am gonna be the one to sit next to him, shouted Ino. Yamanaka. Oh boy, here they go. Everyone thought, what did you say to me, Ino pig? Billboard brow. Ino pig. The class hushed except the two arguing fangirls as Iruka arrived back from the Hokage's office explaining why the Anbu HQ is now pink. All right. Now that Naruto has finally decided to join us, we will now start the lesson on known clan-specific jutsu and Kekkei Genkai throughout the ages, stated Iruka to the class. Naruto sat staring out the window, not really paying attention until now. Can anyone tell me anything about the Namikaze clan? 1 Iruka asked his class. Kiba, Iruka said in a stern tone. Lord Fourth was one of the last living members of the clan. The young Inuzuka answered in an unsure manner. Correct. Anything else anyone knows about the Namikaze clan? Iruka once again asked his class. No. Well, it is one of the few clans fabled to be hosts of a powerful Dojutsu. With that the class erupted, asking questions such as if Lord Fourth had such a Dojutsu as well as what its abilities are. Iruka continued with his famous big head jutsu, quite down. Now, as I said, it is only fabled that the Namikaze have such a dojutsu. However, the only thing that is currently known of these mysterious eyes are the name. These eyes are called the Utsusugan. Chapter 2. These eyes are called the Utsusugan, present plus Naruto's POV. Everyone including myself had 1,000 questions. Unfortunately very few were answered. Everyone was talking over each other, overwhelming Iruka sensei, who had no time to respond before another question was asked slowly. Iruka sensei tried to gain control of the class but failed, deciding that he had enough. Hidden technique big head jutsu. Will you all quiet down this instant? It was official. Iruka sensei had lost it and class had just started 20 minutes ago. This is gonna be a long day, thought almost everyone. Now one at a time please, Iruka sensei said. If this is the Kekkei Genkai of the Namikaze clan, does that mean that the Yondaime had these eyes? Asked some random kid in the back of the class. Yes, this is the Kekkei Genkai of the Namikaze clan, but it is unknown if the Yondaime had such a power, Iruka sensei said, answering the question to the best of his abilities. Now how about we move on to the Uchi? At this point I started to ignore what was going on around me. The only thing on my mind right now was Yondaime and his clan's abilities. Time skip plus no one's POV, our favorite. Nara lets out a tired sigh. Troublesome, said Nara states out of nowhere. What is Titbeo, our blonde protagonist asked. It's too troublesome to explain, Shikamaru replied. If they can't figure out that even if the Yondaime had such a dojutsu, he would most likely hide it behind a genjutsu to not raise suspicion, thought one lazy boy whilst laying down under a tree watching the clouds dance across the sky. Shikamaru was brought out of his thought again when he heard an unnecessary amount of crackling and crunching. He knew it was his closest friend Choji, but he couldn't help but smile at his friend. Hey Choji, do you mind if I have some chips? I didn't have time to grab my lunch before Iruka sensei caught me earlier. Naruto asked, giggling, reminiscing his most recent prank. Sure, but I was wondering, what did you do this time? Naruto, hee asterisk. Well, I had painted the entire Anbu headquarters a nice fluorescent pink, although I am unsure why they didn't stop me till I was already done. That was the one thing that Naruto was confused about. Why did they not stop him sooner, he thought. Really Naruto, why did you go and do that? I just got bored. Naruto lied, he truly did it for the village to notice him, like all his other pranks. After a while of cloud gazing during their lunch period, it was time to head back to class. This afternoon's lesson, Taijutsu Naruto's POV. We are walking to the train grounds to work on our taijutsu. I hear a lot of boasting and threatening, which kind of makes me smile because I'm confident that I can take them all. You better believe it. Titbeo. Alright everyone, today we will be working on taijutsu, Iruka sensei announced. He called on each group. The matches will go as follows: Shikamaru Nara vs Choji Akamichi Ino Yamanaka vs Sakura Haruno Kiba Inuzuka vs Random Citizen No. 1 Hinata Hyuga vs Random Citizen No. 2 Shino Aburame vs Random Citizen No. 3, and lastly Naruto Uzumaki vs Sasuke Uchiha. Are there any questions about the Matches, no good. Shikamaru Choji, you are up first. The rules are as follows. First, the winner is decided by the person who can incapacitate their opponent or whoever knocks them out of the circle. First. Second, this is a taijutsu battle. Only refrain from using shuriken as well as kunai. Lastly, you are all comrades, so don't hurt each other too badly, Iruka-sensei explained. Shikamaru and Choji slowly walked to the center sparring circle facing each other. All I could think was, oh, here we go. At least the real fight is saved for last. Hajime, they didn't even fight. That was a total waste of time. Like, come on, Teetbeo, if I was Shikamaru I would have had Choji on the floor crying by now. Iruka-sensei was obviously annoyed by their laziness, so he dismissed them and called for Ino and Sakura. You can do it, Sakura-chan, I shouted, hoping for a thank you. Shut up, Naruto baka, I will win this for Sasuke-kun. Sakura, who I would later call the pink banshee of Konoha, screamed back. What did you say, billboard brow? If anything, I will win this for Sasuke-kun. The one I would later refer to as the blonde banshee of Konoha screamed back. One brooding boy's signature response to attention. Troublesome. Will everyone stop bickering and get on with this? I have other things to do that involve me laying down and watching clouds, Shikamaru said, trying to get a move on. Yes, thank you, Shikamaru, Iruka-sensei pitched in. Fighters ready. Hajime, Iruka-sensei shouted. I was proud of Sakura. She moved before Ino could blink, but Ino gained the upper hand and pinned temporarily. Pinning Sakura. Come on, Sakura-chan, you can do it. You better believe it, I said, and received a sassy shut up look. I seemed to have distracted her by saying that because she went flying backward about 5 yards. Sakura charged, slid between Ino's legs and tripped her. This gave an opening for Sakura to throw a jab at Ino's gut a couple times, and that got everyone excited. After about 10 minutes of the girls going back forth bruising each other, they are on their knees, and that is when Iruka-sensei called it a draw. I sat there kinda upset. Sakura-chan didn't win, but at least she didn't lose to Ino-san. Eventually the two managed to get up and leave the ring for the next match to start. Kiba, random civilian number 1, I'll call him 1 for the fight. Make your way to the sparring circle, Iruka-sensei requested of the two young students. You better watch yourself, you mutt, one said to Kiba. Oh, you should not have said that, was what went through my mind, and as I looked around it seemed to go through everyone else's mind as well. What did you say to my clanless? Kiba retorted. You heard me, you mutt, one restated with even more venom in his voice than before. Hajime, Iruka-sensei started the match. Kiba stood in his clan's 4 legs technique, waiting for one to make the first move, which he did. One threw a feint left, trying to trick the Inuzuka. However, Kiba saw through the feint, praying the right, effectively knocking one out. Winner Kiba. Inuzuka, that poor boy shouldn't have made an Inuzuka mad. They are experts in taijutsu, and this match was over when the boy started taunting Kiba. Kiba, along with some other students, helped one to the infirmary to treat his wounds while the next match was starting. Next match is Hinata Hyuga versus Random Citizen 2. Same as last time, just gonna call them 2. Please make your way to the sparring circle, Iruka-sensei once again requested of his students. Hinata hesitantly slipped into her gentle fist stance while 2 stood in the basic academy stance. Come on, Hinata-chan, you got this, Ttebayo, I screamed in order to alleviate her nerves a bit. It seemed to have worked because she looks more confident than she did a little bit ago, although her face is turning a bright red. I wonder if she's sick or something. Hajime, Iruka-sensei screamed once again, starting the match. Hinata and 2 both charged at each other. As Hinata was about to send a Juken strike to her opponent, they disappeared, having no idea Where her opponent was Hinata knew it was time to unleash the mighty Hyuga Dojutsu, the Byakugan. Byakugan, Hinata shouted as her veins around her eyes started to bulge from her chakra swarming. Towards her eyes she saw two coming out of the ground at the last moment and dodged to the left, twirling to throw a hefty kick to the side of two's head, knocking her out instantly. Winner Hinata. Hyuga, all right, way to go Hinata, I shouted, cheering her on, and once again her face turned a bright red color. Hey Hinata, are you alright? Your face is all red, are you sick? I asked as I placed my hand on her forehead to check her temperature. I think that was a bad idea because she fainted. I caught her, but it was really awkward because Sakura-chan was screaming at me, Naruto baka, you can't just go around touching people's foreheads, she screeched as she slammed her fist down atop my head. Anyway, let's get a move on. Kanshino and 3 catch the trend, please enter the sparring circle. Why do I have to fight him? He has all of those disgusting bugs with him, 3 said, not wanting to even get close to the boy. After 10 minutes of her arguing continued, she gave the match before it even started. Winner Shino Aburame. Now lastly we have Naruto and Sasuke left. Will you two please enter the sparring circle? Iruka-sensei said as the tension between Sasuke and I slowly rises. We both enter the circle, just glaring holes into each other while all of Sasuke Tomi's fangirls are screaming confessions and best wishes. Come on Sasuke-kun tilde. I love you Sasuke-kun tilde, beat this. Baka Sasuke-kun tilde. His fangirls cheered on the love of their lives. Why is it always about that? Teme, I thought, trying to stay focused, although it was quite there was a faint voice that was cheering for our blonde hair ninja in training. I believe in you Naruto-kun, whispered the shy Hyuga. Eris, you should just forfeit the match Dobi, there's no way you can beat me in Elite. Hey. What's that supposed to mean? Ttebayo Don. You know I'm gonna be Hokage one day. With that statement the fangirls' cheers stopped and the training grounds were dead quiet. That is till don't make me laugh dead last. There is no way a loser like you could ever be Hokage, Kiba shouted before being sent into a fit of laughter at that. Everyone else joined in on the laughter. Hidden technique. Big head jutsu. Will you all be quiet? This is the last match of the day. With that everyone calmed down with a few stifled giggles. Now fighters ready. Sasuke slips into the Uchiha's interceptor fist stance. Hajime. Iruka finally started the match, allowing me to show this Teme whose boss I sprint as fast as I could at the Teme, throwing a right he dodges, sending a heavy hit to my gut, sending me into a coughing fit. Winner Sasuke Uchiha. Damn it, I almost had him, I screamed in my head. That's when I heard an unfamiliar deep laugh. I thought nothing of it and stood facing that Teme. As Iruka-sensei motioned for us to perform the unison sign of interlocking our pointer and middle fingers alternatively, we both grabbed each other's collars, glaring even deeper holes into each other. That is till Iruka-sensei stopped us. What were you gonna do? You Dobi go down in one hit again? That Teme taunted. I quickly ran out of the training grounds home just to get away from everyone. No one's pav. After Naruto abruptly left the training grounds, Iruka explained how the graduation exams will be taking place the following week. As he was talking on, navy blue-haired beauty zoned him out, only thinking of something or someone. Naruto-kun tilde. Chapter 3. We see Naruto sprinting as fast as his legs will allow him to. He is currently leaving the training fields at the academy after the embarrassing display in front of all his classmates. Stupid Teme, always thinking he is better than everyone else, Naruto mumbled under his breath. I'll show him by beating him in every category for the final exam, Naruto shouted while altering his course. Training ground 7 to practice day in. night Naruto trained himself to the ground. Literally, he would train until his arms couldn't, then trained till his legs wouldn't move. Some say a man in green spandex is smiling somewhere, feeling all the youthfulness radiating off of Naruto. Time skip. Final exam. Naruto Uzumaki. This is the third time you have failed the entrance exam. Perhaps you should possibly give up on being a ninja, Iruka spoke. Naruto sat there overwhelmed by all the emotions. He was angry with himself for not training harder, disappointed for the same reason, and hurt that Iruka would suggest he give up on becoming a ninja. Naruto was standing still, trying to comprehend how to deal with him failing once again, that is, until Mizuki walks up to him. You know there is still a way for you to become a genin, Naruto, Mizuki said, holding back his hatred for Naruto. Really, Mizuki-sensei, how can I pass? And overjoyed Naruto cheered. I don't know if you're up for it though, it's pretty tough, Mizuki teased, hoping the blonde child will take the bait. Tell me, Mizuki-sensei, I have to pass, a still rambunctious Naruto said. Well, if you insist. All you have to do is steal the scroll of sealing and learn one jutsu from it. If you can do that, you will for sure be a ninja, Mizuki said, holding back as much venom in his voice towards Naruto as he could. I'll do it. Naruto's never been more determined to take a second chance in his life. Great, you have to do it tonight or you will undoubtedly be marked as a failure. Too bad, he'll always be a failure, Mizuki chuckled to himself while watching Naruto run off, chanting how he will become Hokage. Time skip plus Naruto Pav. Where is he? He should be here by now, I questioned. Oh well, I guess there's no time like the present to learn a new jutsu. What to chose? I probably don't have much time, so it has to be simple. Teetbeo. Edo tensai no way to complex. Hiraishin no jutsu little complex. Maybe I'll ask Gigi about it. Ah, here we go. Kage Bunshin no jutsu, that's simple enough, I shouted as I finally found something I could try. After a few minutes of trying and failing, I started screaming in frustration, ah, why can't I get this stupid jutsu down? Just after my little tantrum, Mizuki-sensei finally decided to show up. Hey, you said you'd be here before me, what gives? Well, I had to get something sorted. Yeah, that's it, said a mischievous Mizuki, thinking his plan is coming to fruition. Now, have you learned anything from the scroll, or do I have to? Mizuki never finished. Naruto Mizuki, I thought I heard SCR. Iruka-sensei just froze, staring at the scroll of sealing, then at me and back again. Naruto, why do you have the Hokage's scroll of sealing? Iruka finally asked after his staring match. Oh, that's easy, I have it. 'Cause Mizuki-sensei said if I took the scroll and learned one jutsu I would pass as a genin, I said with as much pride as I could muster. Oh, and you are doing wonderfully, Mizuki-sensei said before falling into an unstoppable laughing fit. You really think a demon like you could ever succeed? You will always be a failure, Mizuki-sensei screamed, startling me as well as Iruka-sensei. No one's Pav. Mizuki, what is the meaning of this? Iruka asked, trying to figure out why Mizuki would have Naruto do this, let alone how Naruto managed to get the scroll, but that's a story for another time. What's going on, Iruka-sensei? A confused Naruto chimed in. Not now, I'll tell you later, Iruka sternly told his student. Suddenly a shuriken lands at Naruto's and Iruka's feet, refocusing them on the third person looming above in the trees. Quickly more shuriken and kunai soared towards the duo, aiming to kill. Fortunately for Naruto, he was not hit. Iruka, however, had a few nicks and was somewhat pinned to a tree. Hey Naruto, you want to know why the whole village hates you? That being said, Naruto's head snapped to Mizuki's voice, nodding his head profusely. No, Mizuki, it is forbidden to say. Mizuki brushed off Iruka's last remark because he had planned to be with Orochimaru within the Next couple days he did have time to spare in order to ruin the demon brat's mental well-being. They hate you for what's inside you. They hate you because you house the Kyuubi who attacked the village. Years ago, Mizuki started laughing as he reached for one of the large shuriken on his back, throwing it directly at Naruto, who had no time to respond. At the last minute, Iruka frees himself from the shuriken, pinning him to the tree, charging at Naruto to save him. Naruto, not even realizing his imminent death, is trapped in his own thoughts. Is that why they all hated me so much? Am I really the Kyuubi? That is when Naruto hears another laugh, the same booming laugh as before. He looks around, noticing he is no longer in the forest, he is in some kind of sewer system. Hello. Naruto calls out but gets nothing as a response. Hello. He calls again, louder this time, hoping that anyone would respond. Nothing. All he hears is water dripping around him. Naruto wanders throughout the sewer system to hopefully find someone or a way out. He keeps walking in the ankle-high water till he finds an ambiguous gate with a paper with the kanji seal on it. H. Hello. Naruto stutters out, surprising even himself. Naruto is released from his minor surprised state only to put into a state of pure fear. Blood-red eyes glare daggers into the poor boy's soul, causing him to stumble to the waters below. Well, looks like the jailer finally meets the prisoner, said the massive creature in front of him. W. Who are you? And WH, where am I? Asked the boy, trying to pull himself back together, only to realize it said it was his prisoner. Who am I? I am the mightiest of all the Biju. I am the Kyuubi no Kitsune. Now the proclaimed Kyuubi speaks, getting louder with each sentence. Kyuubi. Naruto screams in shock. But I thought they said I was the Kyuubi. You be the Kyuubi. The mighty beast says in mockery of the boy. Hey, you said you were the Kyuubi, but you didn't say that was your name, is it? Naruto says, shocking the prisoner, too. The core not once has its jailer asked his name. What does the Kyuubi do next? He decides to mess with the child for a bit. You know it is rude to ask one's name without giving your own first, right? The Kyuubi states while stifling an unnoticed chuckle. Ah, forgive me, my name is Naruto Uzumaki, the next Hokage of the Leaf. Ttebayo. Naruto pridefully shouts. Kyuubi watches Naruto's antics in amusement. Due to him seeing all his memories, he knew all of this information. He just wants to tease him, now. Then, Hokage-sama, Kyuubi teases as Naruto smiles at it. My name is Kurama, and as to where you are, you are in your mindscape. Kurama answers Naruto. My what now? A confused Naruto says. Kurama sweat drops. Naruto trying to figure out how someone can be so dense. You are in your mind. You know what? That is not important right now. You need to leave this place and save your ass from that blue-haired weakling, Kurama says, telling Naruto with a sense of urgency in his voice. Wait a minute, that's right, Mizuki-sensei threw that shuriken at me. Wait, we've been here for a while. How knows if I am already dead? Naruto screams, finally realizing his current predicament. Hold on a minute, kit time doesn't work the same in here. Kurama tries to calm Naruto down fairly easily. Like I said, time works differently in here. 1 second out, there is 30 minutes in here, Kurama says, cutting Naruto off before he can ask how time was different. Present after Naruto slowly relaxes and tries to leave his mindscape. Eventually he succeeds, however all the information about Kurama, his near death as well as all the memories of the villagers hating him finally flooded his mind. Naruto drops in pain just as Iruka shields him from Mizuki's attack. Naruto opens his eyes seeing Iruka covering him. Why is all Naruto could muster to say before his emotions took over him a second time. His Head started to throb again as Iruka forced Naruto to run away, because we are the same, Iruka barely muttered. When I lost my parents no one seemed to care, they didn't have time for me, they forgot I was even there, my grades dropped and I became the class clown, I just wanted them to see me and know my name. Sorry, I don't want to write out the entire conversation also, that is directly from the anime, aka not my words. Naruto decides instead of running to just hide, nursing his sore head. He overhears the end of the conversation between Mizuki and Iruka after his head stops throbbing. You're wrong, Naruto is nothing like Kyuubi, he is Naruto Uzumaki of Konohagakure no Sato. Iruka finally acknowledges Naruto out loud for the last time. Naruto's head starts to throb, but this time it is bearable. He watches as Mizuki readies his final attack at Iruka. Naruto, not wanting to lose one of the only people to ever acknowledge him, strikes Mizuki with a knee to the head, sending him flying. Naruto glares at Mizuki, except his eyes are changed from his original sky blue to yellow eyes with black markings within the shape of a web with 5 green orbs in it. Mizuki is so stunned he doesn't realize the hundreds of shadow clones closing in on him. You hurt my sensei, now I'll kill you, Naruto explains coldly. After Mizuki's beating, Naruto turns to Iruka with his eyes still different from his sky blue to the mysterious patterns shining in the darkness. Iruka notices the eyes becoming extremely confused about his changed eyes, but before he can say anything Naruto drops from chakra exhaustion into a deep slumber. Time skip. Now that Mizuki is handled, Iruka and the Sandame have to deal with the elephant in the room. What do you mean his eyes changed? Hiruzen Sarutobi, the Sandame Hokage, asks a still injured Iruka. Just that, Hokage-sama, his eyes changed from sky blue to a yellow with what seemed to be a black web and 5 green orbs in it. Iruka answers Hiruzen. Iruka, what you are telling me is to be kept as a S-rank secret. You must not tell anyone about what you saw tonight, is that clear? Hiruzen demands. Hi Hokage-sama. As Iruka says this, he makes his way back to the hospital for more treatment while Hiruzen thinks about the events that lead to this moment. Well, it seems the Utsusugan is alive and well in Konoha once again. Minato, it seems your son has awakened your clan's Kekkei Genkai. Now I wonder if he will unlock the Uzumakis as well, thought the elderly Hokage before calling it a night. Chapter 4. Naruto Pav. Oh my head. I barely whisper out, alerting the people in the room. I am awake. Ah, Naruto, you're finally awake. A mysterious voice calls out. Who's there? I say, trying to sit up, only for a sharp pain to shoot through my skull. Ah! I scream in pain. Easy, you must rest, you are suffering from extreme chakra exhaustion. The voice calls out. It seems familiar. I try to open my eyes with some success in doing so. I see both Iruka-sensei and Gigi standing over me. I quickly close my eyes to end the strain of keeping them open. I am sorry for stealing the scroll of sealing. Gigi, Mizuki-sensei said I could pass and become a genin if I did. I apologized for the incident that occurred. When did it occur? Gigi, how long have I been asleep? Just a few hours. You should be good to go in a little bit after one last dose of medicine and a final evaluation. I nod, understanding what had happened. Naruto. Yes, Iruka-sensei. Ah. He is probably gonna scold me again. I want to tell you that with your extreme skill in producing so many shadow clones last night, I as well as Hokage-sama have decided you have shown enough skill to graduate. Congratulations, Naruto. Iruka finishes. I passed. I shot up, ignoring all the pain, surprising both Iruka-sensei and Gigi. Naruto, lay down and rest. Iruka screams. Sorry, I am just happy that I am a ninja now. Teetbeo. I say, unable to control my excitement. That is alright, just meet at the academy at 2 to receive your new team. With that everyone left me to rest. I sat there thinking about what all happened last night. I remember just before I passed out, Iruka stared at me in shock. I bet he didn't expect all those shadow clones. Then there was that weird dream I had with that big fox-looking thing. That wasn't a dream, Kit. Ah! I scream, falling off the bed. Who's there? Gah, stop screaming, Kit. Us foxes have sensitive ears, shouted the resident fox in my head. Alright, I get it, and stop talking out loud. People will think you're crazy. Then how will I talk to you? I am in your head if you just think of what you want to say and I will hear it. Oh, that makes sense. Alright, Kit, I need to talk to you about something that happened last night, Kurama said, kinda concerned. Look, Kit, this isn't easy to say. And I know you just found out about me and stuff, so it's kinda rough, but in order to tell you what truly happened last night, Kurama trails off, thinking I sit in my mindscape for a while waiting for Kurama to continue. Look, you are gonna want to talk to the old man about what happened the night I attacked the village, Kurama said, adding air quotes to the word attacked. What does that have to do with last night? Just do it and allow me to fill in any gaps he leaves out, but you have to trust me to force it out of him. I don't want to be the one to tell you it is not my right, especially when that masked man ripped me from your Ka-san. Ka-san, you know who my mother is. Who is she? The yelling, Kit. What did I say about the yelling? I shouldn't be the one to tell you about your family. It should be that old geezer you call Hokage. Okay, I will ask Gigi when I am discharged. Time skip. The nurses treated me terribly during my final evaluation. I feel completely fine and they keep holding me. It is almost time for me to be at the academy too. Stop, you are not allowed to leave. You are a threat to the village, one nurse said while the other smirked. Oh no, Kurama, is there anything I can do to get out of this? Yeah, there is. Hold on a minute. Soon some red chakra starts to flow around me. I am guessing this is my K to demand them let me leave. I am leaving. You cannot stop me. A mix of my voice and Kurama's shouts at the nurses, scaring the piss out of them as they move aside. Time skip. It took me a little longer than usual to get to the academy because of my injuries still hurting a bit. I walk into where Iruka told me to meet my new team and I see those in my class that have passed. Hey Naruto, what are you doing here? This is only for people who passed. Kiba yells. I flash my Hitate at him without saying anything. It is too bothersome to start a fight. You know what I think? I'm starting to sound like Shikamaru. I take my seat next to a broody Uchiha who thinks he's better than anyone else. That is when I feel the ground shaking and two annoying Banshee screaming their heads off. I cover my ears for me but also for Kurama, protecting both our hearing as best as I can. First, they both scream only to get into an argument about who was there first until they notice me next to their love Naruto Baka move. I want to sit next to Sasuke-kun. Sakura screams louder. Yeah, move so I can sit next to him. Not billboard brow, screeched Ino. Fine. But will you two stop screaming? Some people have sensitive ears, I say, pointing at Kiba and Akamaru, who silently thank me. In truth I meant Kurama, not dog breath. I got up, leaving the Uchiha to glare daggers at me because I was his last defense. I get up, noticing the only seat is next to the Hyuga heir, so I gladly take it. At least she treats me like a human. Hey Hinata-chan, I say to her, getting her attention only for her face to go red. Is she sick? You really are that dense, Kurama says between laughs. What is that supposed to mean, you furball? Watch it, brat, you are on thin ice for that one. Ha ha ha. Oh come on Kurama, it was only a joke. As I talk with Kurama a bit, I see Iruka-sensei enter the room. Quiet down. Now once again congratulations on passing. You will I'll be split into teams of 3 plus 1. Junin-sensei, any questions? Iruka says, getting right to the point. Good, team 1? I zone him out for a bit until I hear my name. Eam 7. Naruto Uzumaki. Sasuke Uchiha and Hinata Hyuga. Your Junin-sensei as Kakashi Hatake. Iruka says, yes, I get to be with Hinata-chan. I don't pay attention to the rest of the teams really because I feel no need to. Sakura and Hinata trade places. Time skip plus no one's pav. We have been waiting for Kakashi-sensei. For how long now? Like 3 hours, Naruto says, impatient as ever. The classic noise of the Uchiha is heard. Is that the only noise he can make? Both Hinata and Naruto think, well. Naruto-kun, he could have been on a mission or something. Hinata says, barely stuttering, yo, they. Here from the front of the class they turn to see a man with Anbu sandals, bandages wrapped around both ankles, Anbu-style pants with a kunai holder on his right hip. He also is wearing a typical Junin jacket with a dark blue long-sleeve shirt underneath with the Uzumaki swirl on his left shoulder. The most identifiable part of the guy is his gravity-defying silver hair, the mask covering his nose and mouth, then the haitate covering his left eye. My first opinion of you. He pauses, eyeing his new team, has little promise for success. All three crash to the ground in shock, not expecting the theoretical gut punch. Meet me on the roof in 1 minute and don't be late or else. With that the man shunshins away, leaving a few leaves where he once stood. Time skip. All right. Let's get this over with. Introduce yourselves. The man says once again. Who shall we start with? Kakashi-sensei. Naruto asks, thanks for volunteering. Kakashi says with an eye smile, okay. Well, I am Naruto Uzumaki. I like ramen, my friends. No matter how little I have, I disliked the time it takes for ramen to cool down after heating it. I enjoy training and my dream is to become Hokage someday. Okay, Broody, you're next, their sensei said, notioning to the last loyal Uchiha. There is nothing that I particularly like. I dislike many things. I enjoy training to become stronger and my dream is more of an inevitability than a dream, but it is to kill a certain someone. Okay. Next, Kakashi says, sweat dropping at Sasuke's description. I am Hinata Hyuga. I like my friends and my family. I dislike perverts and traitors. I enjoy flower pressing and being with my Imoto Hanabi. My dream is to become a strong kunoichi, have a loving family and to remove the birdcage seal from my family. Interesting. Kakashi thought, well then meet me at training ground 7 at 7 am. There you will be having a test to see if you really are worthy to be genin. Oh, and suggest not eating breakfast unless you want to hurl it back up. With that, Kakashi swirled away. In another shunshin we see the three newly appointed genin start to worry a bit until they all disperse. Hinata heads home to train as Sasuke does the same thing. Naruto, however, is making his way to the Hokage Tower to speak with the Sandame about his family. Time skip. Once Naruto enters the tower, he barges into the Hokage's office only to see his new sensei and who he can only assume to be the sensei of the other teams. Oh, sorry for interrupting. I will wait outside, Naruto says, chuckling a bit at his eagerness to learn of his family. Naruto waits until all the senseis leave besides Kakashi. He can't wait any longer. Gigi. Naruto shouts, startling the two people in the room. Naruto, I am in the middle of something. Hiruzen says. Naruto is just standing in the center of the room. All eyes are on him as his hair blocks his own. Who are my parents? Ji no Hokage-sama. Naruto says, not calling the old Hokage Gigi in order to show his seriousness. I told you, Naruto, they died during the Kyuubi attack. That is not what I asked, Hokage-sama. I asked who my parents were, not how they died. Hiruzen knew he couldn't dodge the question forever. Sigh asterisk. Naruto, this is a very serious matter. I do not think you are old to know. What? I am not old enough to know who my parents are, too young to know who the woman was that brought me into this world, too young to know the man that protected my Ka-san while she was pregnant with me. I just want to know who my parents are, and if you don't tell me I will force it out of Kurama. Naruto had lost it a bit, and both Hiruzen and Kakashi are shocked by the boy's response. Naruto, who is Kurama? Hiruzen asks. Kurama is the Kyuubi and is the only thing that is willing to give me my answer, but he told me to come talk to you first because he said it wasn't his secret to tell. Kyuubi, Kakashi stuttered. Naruto, you were talking to the Kyuubi? Yes, Hokage-sama. Now, just who are my parents? Naruto says, holding back his pent-up rage. You really aren't taking no for an answer, are you? Very well. Your mother was one of the strongest kunoichi in all of Konoha. The scariest too. Her name was Kushina Uzumaki, aka the red hot-blooded habanero. Your father was the greatest there ever was. He fought gallantly in the Third Great Shinobi War, securing our victory. His name was Minato Namikaze, aka the Yellow Flash of Konoha, and my successor, the Yondaime Hokage. Chapter 5. The Yondaime is my father. I was frozen in place, not knowing what to say. I am the son of my idol, and my idol is my father. Naruto, are you all right? Gigi asked, bringing me out of my thoughts. Why? Yeah, I am all right, Gigi, just thinking a bit. Wait, does that mean that I am a Namikaze also? Does that mean I could get that dojutsu from them? I shout, realizing my bloodline could have unique abilities no one has seen in a long time. Yes, Naruto, it is possible for you to unlock these eyes. As a matter of fact, Iruka has told me that your dojutsu has already manifested itself. What? How do I use it? When did I use it? When Mizuki told you to steal the scroll of sealing from me. It happened when you were in the forest. As for how you use it, that is an unknown. No one alive has ever seen such a Kekkei Genkai, as the Namikaze clan was nearly destroyed during the time of warring clans. Kid, I'll tell you how to use it later, okay? At that I thanked Gigi and said goodbye to Kakashi-sensei, who was standing there awestruck that the boy is his sensei's son. After I leave Gigi's office, I make my way to Training Ground 7 to train my dojutsu with the help of Kurama. Time skip? What do you mean? That's not how it works, you fuzzball. It is just as I said. You can not use the eyes to train alone. Look, let's go over this again. Your dojutsu allows you to gain an affinity towards the 5 main elements, but with me you will be able to copy the other minor elements such as ice, dust, wood, even bone. Release. Just you need to see the person use one of their elemental jutsu with your dojutsu activated. That is what we will train today, is you activating and keeping it active. Okay, what do I have to do? Since you have already unlocked it, you have felt enough sorrow and sadness in one moment, so all you need to do is channel chakra to your eyes. If you even can control your chakra that well. Alright, I got this, just you watch. Titbeo, I try to channel chakra to my eyes and nothing happens. I try again only to fail. This process repeats for another 10 minutes. Hey, what gives? Why isn't this working? I would guess your chakra control is terrible, but you should call it a night. You still have that test tomorrow. Oh, Andy would eat if I were you. You are going to need all the strength you can get. Fine, I will go to bed, you damn fox. Time skip plus no one's pav. Naruto arrives at the training grounds seeing Sasuke holding up his brooding demeanor, and Hinata is off to the side not really doing anything. Hey Hinata-chan, Naruto grates the shy girl. Ah, Hinata screamed, being dragged out of her thoughts about a certain blonde boy by said boy. Sorry Hinata-chan, I didn't mean to scare you. It's nothing. Really? Hinata grew as a slight blush on her face. Hey, I brought you some apples. I was wondering if you'd want one. But Kakashi-sensei said not to eat. Well, Hinata-chan, if I am right, Kakashi-sensei won't be here for another 2.5 hours as he is late to everything lower than an A or S rank mission. Hinata hesitantly takes the apple and thanks Naruto as the blonde makes his way to offer Sasuke an apple as well. Hey Teme, want an apple? HN, was the only response Naruto received. Look, I am not about to have you not take this test in a weakened state, and I know that you love being the strongest. Unlike you, I actually ate a nice breakfast this morning, so maybe I will be better than you in the test. Give it, Sasuke said, demanding an apple. Nope, not until the attitude drops a bit and you ask nicely, hoping that the Uchiha would fall for the thought of Naruto being stronger would make him take the apple. Naruto wanted to help Naruto out of his broody power-hungry self. The Uchiha sighed, then politely asked for an apple, and Naruto obliged, tossing him one. He then walked back to Hinata to try and start a conversation. However, after a few shared words, she fainted. Time skip, yo. One very late sensei said to his team, waiting for them to yell and whine only to receive no such thing. Did they at least listen to me about eating? Kakashi thought. Well, I hope you guys didn't eat like I asked you to do. Kakashi expected there to be loud growls coming from the genin to be only to hear none. I guess not, Kakashi thought, half proud and half disappointed in him. Well then, for today's test you will have to take these from me. If you can take the bell you will pass. Kakashi holds up 2 bells in front of his team, looking to see what they do. But sensei, there are 3 of us and only 2 bells. How will we all pass? Hinata asks, barely stuttering. That is simple, Kakashi said with an eye smile before it turned into a serious glare. All 3 of you won't pass. For the person who doesn't get the bell, they will be sent back to the academy. The 3 genin all start to worry about passing. They were too busy in their thoughts to realize Kakashi had started the test. They all jumped away. Naruto jumped into a bush. Hinata hid behind a tree, and Sasuke, unknown to him, was in the same bush as Naruto. Hey Teme, let's team up with Hinata. I think the test has more to it than the bells. Why would I want to team up with you? Dobi, get lost. Look, I am gonna be honest with you, we have both had it bad in our lives, so we are similar. If you keep this brooding bullshit up, it is just gonna make you weak. You can have to be strong for others rather than this running solo act. We are a team, so be a part of it and let's pass this test. Sasuke was shocked at what Naruto had said to him. He knew that the boy was treated poorly by the entire village. This, however, was not like the dumb prankster he used to know. Fine, even though I don't like it, I think you're right. At that, they both jump away from the bush to look for Hinata. Hinata was currently running from Kakashi. Knowing she could not take a Junin on alone, she saw a glimpse of orange in the corner of her eye. Thinking it was Naruto, she rushed to. Her assumption was correct. It was Naruto. Naruto Kun, she said, looking at the bloodied body. I think sensei took this too far, said a dying Naruto. No tea. This is not real Kai. Hinata screams, releasing the genjutsu she saw in seeing the real Naruto and Sasuke approaching her. Hey there, you are Hinata-chan. How about we team up? There is no way any of us will get the bells by ourselves. Kakashi-sensei is a Junin and an ex-Anbu. At that, the 2 look surprised at the newly learned knowledge that their sensei is ex-Anbu. How do you know that, Dobi? Sasuke questioned. Well, since I was young, I was almost always able to sense someone's chakra, and not one chakra signature is the same as another. Family can be close, but only close, not identical. When we first met Kakashi-sensei, I felt the same chakra I felt when he saved me when I was younger from the villagers. Naruto's head sunk in shame from his weakness as Kakashi Watched over the group, a censor, Kakashi thought excitedly for his team to be as they had all agreed to work together. We need to make a plan, also we need to move. Kakashi-sensei is still close by and I can't pinpoint him right now, but I can feel him. The three genin dash away as Kakashi indulges himself in his favorite book, wondering what kind of plan the three will come up with. Time skip. That is the plan. Any questions? Naruto asks. Yeah, why does the plan suck? Dobi, Sasuke teased. Well, I don't see you making a plan, Teme. Fine, let's get this over with, Sasuke said. The three make their way to the edge of the opening. Kakashi is standing in when Naruto jumps in front of his sensei. Well, if it isn't the village prankster Naruto Uzumaki, what could you all have possibly planned? Kakashi says with a little smirk, trying to rile the boy up. I have the perfect jutsu for you, you pervert, Naruto shouts as he puts his hands in the tiger seal. Kage Bunshin no jutsu, that is the jutsu you plan to use to beat me. You plan to overwhelm me in numbers, Kakashi said, criticizing Naruto's plan. All of the Naruto rush in while flashing the hand seal ram. OIROKE no jutsu, sexy jutsu. Kakashi questions what Naruto meant by that as smoke fills the area when it disappears. Kakashi gazes upon the barely clothed women in front of him, their personalities hidden behind clouds of smoke. Look under the underneath, Kakashi thought, realizing Naruto called him a pervert earlier. His nose bleeds so much that not even his mask could hide it due to the distraction. Naruto caused Sasuke and Hinata both charge in dealing their own strikes. Hinata gave Kakashi a Junkin strike in both arms, closing his chakra points as Sasuke used a small fireball jutsu to finish the job. Naruto was then able to grab the bells from their sensei and finish the test. That is what they thought. However, as the Kakashi they were fighting poofed away, as well as the bells in Naruto's hand, they look around, seeing the real Kakashi walking out of the woods with what seems to be a new mask. Kage Bunshin. The three genin state, realizing they had just failed the test and would be sent back to the academy. Well, you all failed to capture the bells in the time I gave you, so their heads all drop in shame, not just at themselves but for their family's sake. You all pass. The three genin shout, wondering how exactly they had passed. The real test was not to get the bells. The real test was to see if you all would work as a team. The bells were a way to pin you against one another, so one of you saw the ruse that one of you being sent to the academy was made up to further draw the examinees away from teamwork. Therefore, because of your teamwork, I have decided that you, Hinata, Hyuga, Sasuke, Uchiha and Naruto Uzumaki, may the will of fire lead you three to long safe lives as shinobi. The two of the three newly appointed genin cheer while the last just smiles. That being said, we will meet at that bridge over there every morning to start your training, as well as partaking in D-rank missions. With that said, the four all go to Ichiraku to celebrate. Chapter 6 Present. It has been 3 months since the bell test. The three genin have no idea how many times they had to catch Tora, the wife of the fire daimyo, cat. I swear to Kami, if we have to catch that cat one more time, I am gonna shave it. Gigi, give us a real mission, not these chores. The villagers are too lazy to do themselves, Naruto said to the old Hokage as him and the rest of Team 7 with a flailing Tora who is trying to escape. Naruto, how many times do I have to tell you to be respectful to Hokage-sama? Kakashi told the blonde. Kakashi, do you think they are ready? Hiruzen spoke to the masked man. Well, after completing almost 50 D-rank missions, almost half of them catching the demon of Konoha, I think they are ready, Kakashi answered with some dread, rethinking all the times he had to catch that damn cat with Minato-sensei. Wait, how old even is that? Cat, Kakashi thought, planning to ask Hiruzen later. In the background you can hear the wife of the Fire Daimyo screaming for Tora to come back to her. I could give you C rank or you could catch Tora. Again, no, everyone on Team 7 including Kakashi, which surprised the three genin. Even Hiruzen was terrified because he was one of the first genin teams to have to catch the cat. So be it. Iruka inform Team 9 that they have a mission ready for them and also bring in Tazuna. Yes, Hokage-sama. With that, Iruka left the room. Team 7, your mission will be to protect Tazuna, a bridge builder from Nami no Kuni. You will protect him back to Nami and while he completes the bridge he is building, Hiruzen said as Tazuna entered the room. The man was clearly drunk. It was very noticeable even if he didn't have a bottle. What is this, a bunch of brats? I asked for ninja, not some useless kids. Tazuna said Naruto was mad at the man for underestimating them. Sasuke was also mad too because he is an Uchiha but didn't show it, and Hinata was upset because that is exactly what her clan thinks of her. Naruto was about to show his frustration when he noticed how Hinata seemed to be more upset than mad. Hey Hinata, it's alright, this drunk doesn't know what he is talking about. Datbeo, thank you Naruto-kun, said Hinata in a hushed voice. Well, I am a Junin, so you should be perfectly fine, Kakashi said, giving an eye smile. Oh yeah, I forgot about the pirate wannabe. Kakashi was about ready to shred the guy into 1,000 pieces. Kakashi told Team 7 to get ready and meet at the front gate in 1 hour. Everyone left the room upset and pissed. Timeskip. Team 7 started their journey to Nami no Kuni. There was some small talk going around, mainly Naruto and Hinata. It seemed as though her stutter was starting to go away when she was around him. But the blushing was still permanente as ever. Everything was calm. You could hear the sounds of birds chirping, the distant crashing of waves hitting a riverbank. Speaking of water, Kit, that is not a normal water puddle, Kurama said in Naruto's mind. Really, what's wrong with it? Think about it. There hasn't been a single drop of rain in almost a week. Also, it is laced with chakra, Kurama explained. I see. Naruto started to slow his pace to match Kakashi, who was reading his all-time favorite series Icha Icha. Hey sensei, that puddle is kinda odd. It hasn't rained in almost a week, let alone the low amount of clouds in the sky, Naruto said in a hushed tone. I have noticed, Naruto. Thank you for bringing that up, though. Be prepared for anything and move back up to the front. Don't make it obvious that we know about them. Hi Kakashi sensei. With that, Naruto prepared for a fight and made his way to the front, acting like the old bimbo he used to be. You see, when Naruto learned about his heritage, he changed and matured a bit. He doesn't pull pranks anymore. Well, not to the scale of his old pranks now. He is more aware of his surroundings. The group walks past the puddle like it was nothing. The two people hiding decided now was the time to strike. They release their jutsu only to be met with a kunai zipping by their heads. They knew, one of the two said. So the Oni Kyodai of Kirigakure, demon brothers of the mist, Gozu and Maizu, I believe both are about mid-chunin in skill. Kakashi tells his team, why you little. Gozu and Maizu start sprinting at the Junin sensei, who just stares at the two. Chunin Nukanin rogue ninja. The two reach Kakashi and proceed to chop him to bits, surprising the three genin and Tazuna. The brothers then show up behind Naruto, who was in a daze. During this time, Naruto was going through many things in his head. And Chan gone, Naruto thought while Kurama rolled his eyes. Two things, Kit. One, he is not dead. And two, move. Kurama yelled at Naruto. With that, Naruto snapped out of his daze, deflecting one of the attacks from the brothers. The other managed to cut Naruto's hand. Sasuke had managed to lodge the brothers' shuriken-style chain they used to slice up Kakashi into a tree. The chain broke free from The gauntlets that attached the chain to the users, one rushed Naruto and the other rushed Tizuna. Naruto was about to defend and prepare a counter while Hinata stood protecting Tizuna. Interesting, was all that Kakashi said as he reappeared in front of the group while taking out both brothers. Tizuna, let's have a talk, Kakashi said sternly. Ah, okay, K. Tizuna replied, why are there Nukenin hunting you down? Also, if we would have known that there would be Nukenin, we would have staffed differently for this mission. This mission has gone from AC rank mission to AB rank, if not higher. Tizuna gulped, trying to keep his composure. You see, a man named Gato from Gato Industries has taken over Nami no Kuni because the only way into Nami is by sea. He has taxed the civilian population heavily and has hired Nukenin as well as Ronin to keep the people oppressed. I couldn't afford anything higher than AC rank. That is why I am building a bridge to topple the monopoly Gato has on my people. I understand your reasoning, however this mission has gone beyond the abilities of my team. We must go back to our village now that we are no longer suited for this mission. Wait, Kakashi-sensei, we can keep going. Datbeo, Naruto said, raising his cut hand only to see it had turned purple. Kakashi's eyes widened at this revelation. Poison, Kakashi thought while everyone else stared at Naruto's hand. Naruto, you need to reopen that wound to drain the poison out of it now, Kakashi yelled, startling his team. Don't worry, sensei, I will be fine. Kakashi was about to argue when Naruto walked up to him. Thanks to my tenant, poison has no effect on me. Well, not for long. I can't die from anything poisonous thanks to Kurama, Naruto whispered to Kakashi not to alarm his team as well as Tizuna as his status as the Jinchuriki. Fine, we will put it to a vote. Everyone who is willing to continue, raise your hand. Sasuke and Hinata raised their hands while Naruto was sitting on the ground with his foot raised. Dobi, what are you doing? Sasuke asked Naruto. Naruto spits the part of the bandage in his mouth out that he used to tighten the bandage around his hand. Well, if you were more observant, I can't raise my hand as I was tying a bandage around my hand to heal the wound. Teme, Naruto said, making Sasuke realize what Naruto was doing. The group managed to collect their gear back after taking care of the two Kiri Nukenin unnoticed by them, though they were being followed still. Kakashi Hatake, the copy ninja, he is said to have copied over 1,000 jutsu. This should be interesting. Chapter 7. Kakashi Hatake, the copy ninja, he is said to have copied over 1,000 jutsu. This should be interesting. Present. Now once we are across the channel, we will have to walk about another half hour before we reach my home, Tizuna said to the group of ninja. Alright, now once we are in Nami no Kuni, we will no longer be in our territory, so your actions could cause economic issues. Stay alert and behaved. Kakashi spoke to his genin team, looking at a certain blonde. Sasuke and Hinata nodded, but Naruto was annoyed. However, Naruto was determined as ever, wanting to finish any fight if he felt it could be won. Hinata hung her head, blushing at his antics. Oh, Naruto-kun, get a grip, you Dobi, Sasuke added. Hi sensei, the genin say in unison. The five proceed to enter a small rowboat with one of Tizuna's friends holding both oars. Hurry, we need to move quickly and quietly, the friend informs the group. Time skip plus Naruto's pav. We are walking for what seems to be 5 minutes when I feel a presence to my left. Slowly I draw a kunai out of my thigh pouch before sending it flying into the forest where I felt the presence. Naruto-kun. Hinata stammered out, wondering why I threw a random kunai. Sorry, I felt someone over there. I will check it out, I say, drawing another kunai. I walk up to the location where I last felt a presence, only to find a terrified rabbit. Oh, I am sorry, little one, I didn't mean to almost kill you. Way to go, Dobi, you almost killed the wildlife. Sasuke scoffs at my ignorance. Kakashi-sensei looked deep in thought before yelling at us all to get down. We all do as he says as a large sword flies overhead where Hinata-chan had been standing. That pissed me off very much. Kakashi Hatake, the man who copied over 1,000 jutsu, said the man who threw the giant sword. How did he throw that big ass sword like that? I wondered how he managed it. Zabuza Momochi, also known as Kirigakure no Kijin, Demon of the Hidden Mist. Ah, so you've heard of me before. The now named Zabuza spoke. You are in the bingo book as an elite Junin. It is my responsibility to be up to date with the newest listings. Kakashi spoke. I felt something very similar to what I felt when there was the rabbit in the forest. Let me guess, you used the rabbit as a kiwarimi when my student threw a kunai at you, didn't you? As perspective as ever I see, Zabuza responded. So it was you that I sensed therefore. Kakashi-sensei, I feel a second presence about 50 meters to the east of us hiding in the trees. You sensory shinobi are quite annoying, Zabuza says, glaring into my soul. What a sensory shinobi? I asked, causing everyone to sweat drop for some reason. What did I say? Something wrong? I say when everyone suddenly crashed to the ground. Everyone gets up and ignores my previous statements. Well, not the part about the other person. Alright, everyone stay back and protect Tazuna. I will take care of him, Kakashi-sensei says, notioning towards Zabuza. He also uncovers his left eye that has been covered since the team met their sensei. Ah, so that is the Sharingan. I am glad you've decided to go all out on me. What? Sasuke says in shock that their sensei has his clan's dojutsu in one eye, Kirigakure no jutsu. Zabuza shouts, alerting everyone of the dense fog rolling in the mist became more dense as time went on. We could barely see anywhere in front of us. Hinata, try using your Byakugan to find him, Naruto says. 8 points. Zabuza says menacingly, sending a chill down our spines, lyrics, spine, lungs, liver, jugular, subclavian artery, kidneys. Here's now which will be my kill point. Zabuza continues while releasing pools of ki. No one's pav. Unknown to everyone, Naruto had accidentally activated his dojutsu. Now one orb turns from green to turquoise to blue one. That's it. That's what it does. Kurama screamed in Naruto's head, further scaring the boy. Ah, Naruto screamed, surprising everyone. Kakashi flared his chakra to clear the fog, seeing that Naruto is fine. That is when Kakashi finally realizes his eyes have changed. What is that? I have never seen it before. I am for sure going to ask him after this. At this time Naruto had entered his mindscape to talk to Kurama. You damn fox, don't do that to me in these situations, Naruto shouted at his tenant. What? I think I figured out what your eyes can do. Just wait till we get out of this, then I'll explain, Kurama told his container. Really? Okay, we'll talk later. Back to the fight. Naruto sees that Kakashi was flying through the air towards the lake nearby. Ha ha ha, you fool. Suiro no jutsu, water prison technique, Zabuza says as he traps Kakashi in a large and dense ball of water. No, Kakashi yells, realizing that retreating to the water was a bad move. You three and the bridge builder need to run. He can't leave here if he wants to hold the jutsu, and his clone can't move too far away from here either, so take Tazuna and run. Kakashi yells at his team, hoping to save them from their enemy. We can't do that, sensei, Naruto yelled. Why not? Kakashi yelled back. Because those who follow the rules are scum, but those who abandon their teammates are worse than scum, Naruto shouts. Surprising his sensei, Sasuke and Hinata set themselves in a defensive stance while Naruto stood in front of his teammates preparing for a fight. Zabuza turned to mock the boy of his sudden confidence, until he notices his eyes have changed to something unfamiliar. What the hell is up with your eyes, kid? Sasuke pointed at himself with a questioning look, thinking he may have unlocked the Sharingan. Hinata pointed to herself because of her Byakugan being active, then Naruto pointed to himself, wondering if he accidentally activated his Utsusugan. Yayu the blonde, I have never seen eyes like that. What the hell are they? This shocked Naruto's teammates because they were unaware of the fact Naruto had a dojutsu but had no idea what it was because they couldn't see his face. While Naruto finally realized how much chakra he is missing, his eyes had drained away a third of his chakra. They are your worst nightmare. Naruto bluffed. Zabuza had just sat there chuckling at the audacity of the boy. Naruto flashed the cross ram seal for his signature jutsu, Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. Naruto yelled as about 51 clones 50 charged Zabuza while the other hung back. Naruto then turned into a Fuma Shuriken and their clone picked him up and threw him in his bag. Sasuke and Hinata saw this, understanding the plan. The 50 clones were annihilated by Zabuza's water clone. Naruto takes the Fuma Shuriken and tosses it to Sasuke. He then rails back his arm shuriken in hand, throwing it at the actual Zabuza, missing the clone and flying straight towards the real Zabuza. The ex-Kiri assassin proceeds to jump the shuriken, shrugging it off as nothing more than just a mere miss. Then he saw the second shuriken. He was about to dodge it when he heard something behind him. Poof! Zabuza turned his head only to see Naruto throwing a kunai directly at his arm, holding Kakashi in the jutsu. Damn! Zabuza thought of releasing the jutsu on Kakashi and dodging both strikes. Zabuza rushed to Naruto to finish him off with a hand with metal plating on the back of it. Seeing Kakashi holding the massive sword back, drawing a kunai to strike the Nukenin from, Kiri jumps back, latching his sword to his back and flashes hand signs. Kakashi then starts copying what Zabuza is doing, Suiryuden no Jutsu. Both Zabuza and Kakashi yell. Two dragons arise from the depths of the lake, both sharing similar yellow eyes. The jutsu clash, negating each other. Seeing Zabuza and Kakashi flash through more hand signs, all of a sudden another Zabuza appears behind Kakashi as the copy ninja finishes his jutsu before Zabuza stunning him that he did the jutsu he was gonna perform, Suiten Daibakufu no Jutsu. Water style, great waterfall technique. Kakashi yells. Zabuza gets caught up in the jutsu, causing the man to fly into a tree off in the distance. Can you see the future? Zabuza says as Kakashi lands on a branch above. Yes, and this is your end. Kakashi draws a kunai, aiming to strike the Nukenin down. When 3 senbon fly through the air, piercing the neck of the former swordsman. Thank you, you have made my job easier. The Kirigakure hunter Nin says. Kakashi checks the pulse of his recent foe. Feeling nothing, he allows the hunter Nin to do his job. Well, you're welcome, we leave him to you, Kakashi says with an eye smile. The hunter ninja takes Zabuza away, leaving the Konoha shinobi and Tazuna. Well, that was fun, Naruto. We need to talk when I wake up and you're on carrying duty, Kakashi says with another eye smile. Huh? Everyone questioned the Kakashi just dropped to the ground. Naruto runs over and catches his sensei, picking him up as the team starts to make their way towards Tazuna's place. Naruto-kun, do you want some help with Kakashi-sensei? The heiress of the Hyuga clan asks. No, it's alright Hinata-chan, I got this datbeo. Naruto sassy, flashing a smile so bright that Hinata almost fainted. Ah. Okay. Hinata says with a smile in return to Naruto's. Seeing this, Naruto had a faint pinch of pink flash across his face. Wow, Hinata-chan's smile is very. See you. What am I thinking? Oi brat, cut it out, some people are trying to sleep, you know, the resident furball tells his jailer. Timeskip. After a while of walking and a few hours of rest, Kakashi starts to stir awake. Naruto-kun Sasuke-san Kakashi-sensei is waking up, Hinata yells downstairs. Alerting everyone of their sensei's awakening state, the two rush upstairs to see their sensei. Fighting to get through the doorway. Get out of my way, Dobi. What do you mean I was here first? Teme, Dobi, Teme, Dobi, Teme, will you two quiet down a bit? Kakashi interrupts the imminent fight approaching the two. Naruto, I think we need to talk about your eyes, Kakashi said. Reminding the team of the events before the fight started. Hi Sensei, Chapter 8 Naruto's POV. Well, I don't know much about my eyes, all I know is how to activate them, I say, which was true. However, Kurama said he figured something out. Hey Kurama, what did you figure out about my eyes? I asked, curious as to what he had deduced from our battle with Zabuza. Well Kit, this is just a theory. But I think you should have the guy with gravity-defying hair check your chakra natures. I'll tell you where to go from there. Okay, thanks Kurama. I say, exiting my mindscape. Hey Kakashi-sensei, could you test my chakra natures real quick? Why? Kakashi asked. I just need to test something, I say, hoping that he would test me. Okay, I'll test you here. Kakashi pulls out 2 small sheets of paper, handing me one of them. This is chakra paper. What you do is you channel chakra into it. The paper will do one of 5 things. 1. It will crinkle if you have a lightning affinity. 2. It will burn to ash if you have a fire affinity. 3. It will become soaked, meaning you have a water affinity. 4. It will crumble to dust if you have an earth affinity. Lastly, it will split in half if you have a wind affinity. Kakashi-sensei explains as his paper crinkles up. I then copy him and channel chakra into the paper, causing it to split down the middle and then become completely soaked. So you have an affinity for water and wind, Kakashi says. Okay Kurama, now what? I ask my tenant. What to do next? What you need to do now is have your sensei perform a jutsu from one of the 3 other elements with your eyes activated, then try testing your chakra natures again. I nod. Understanding what I need to do, then exit my mindscape once again. Sensei, now when I activate my eyes, use a jutsu from one of the elements I do not have an affinity with. Kakashi raised an eyebrow. At this, unsure what this will do, I activate my eyes while he performs multiple hand signs before yelling, Doten Doryuheki, earth style wall. I watch as a massive wall forms in front of us. Cool. I thought, seeing the wall forming in front of us. Well, what now Naruto? Kakashi asked, pulling me out of my thoughts. Oh, you now need to test my affinities again. What is he getting at? This paper ain't cheap. Fine, one more time. Kakashi says he is a tad upset cause he won't have enough for the rest of the team to test their chakra natures, meaning he would have to buy more. I take the paper in my hands, staring at it for a bit, wondering if it will change at all. After what seems like 5 minutes, I am hit upside the head. OWW, what did you do that for? I say, looking at my sensei. Are you just gonna stare at it, or are you gonna use it? He asked with very little patience left. Use it, sorry sensei. I proceed to channel my chakra through the paper to find it split down the middle again, however both sides soaked like last time, then crumbled to dust. Both Kakashi and I stared at the ground where the now crumpled up paper landed. That's amazing, Kakashi-sensei yelled, startling me in the process. Here, try again, Kakashi says, barely giving me time to activate my eyes. Performing more hand signs, Kakashi-sensei uses his signature jutsu, Chidori. Kakashi yells as a ball of lightning discharges out of his hand. He dispels the jutsu and looks at me. Naruto, go over to that lake over there and tell me if you notice a difference with your eyes. I was confused at first, but I just nodded and walked over to the lake. Looking at my own reflection, I noticed that I no longer just have green orbs in my eyes. I now have 2 green orbs, one yellow, one brown and one blue. Don't channel your chakra through the paper yet, Kakashi-sensei says while walking up to me once again. He starts flashing through hand signs, Kaiten Gokaku no Jutsu fire style. Great fireball technique. A large fireball spews from Kakashi-sensei's mouth. I look back down at the lake and watch as the second to last green orb changes to red. Now channel your chakra through the paper. I look up seeing him giving an eye smile. For the last time I channeled chakra through the paper only for it to split in half twice, once vertically and once horizontally. The first piece soaks. The second crinkles up like Kakashi-sensei's, the third crumbles to dust, and the last burns up. Well, it seems we have figured out one ability of your eyes. You are able to gain an affinity for any element just by seeing it in use once. He gave me an eye smile while he seemed to be thinking of something. In the distance we see two figures, one being the man with a duck's ass for hair and the other being the Hyuga heir herself. Hinata is extremely happy for Naruto and his success with his Dojutsu, while Sasuke is oozing out metric tons of hatred for the blonde as he feels he's being left behind. Chapter 9. Naruto Pav. Slowly waking up, I rub my eyes to get used to the lighting in the room. I see that Kakashi-sensei, Sasuke and Hinata are all gone, probably to help at the bridge. I get up and in the process of getting dressed when there is a loud crash and scream downstairs. Swiftly running downstairs, I barely manage to see two thugs dragging Tsunami outside while Inari chases them down, tears streaming down his face. "Stop, don't take my mother," Inari shouts at the thugs, who just draw their swords and grin. "Looky here, someone wants to be a hero, ain't that cute?" one thug said to Inari as I slowly made my way to a position to ambush them. The thugs slowly make their way towards Inari. Tsunami is screaming for him to run the whole time, also crying, "Wait." I think trying to have the most opportune moment. They walk closer. Tsunami screams get louder and louder as the two men approach the boy. Inari was frozen in place at the little key coming from the thugs. "Wait." Tsunami closes her eyes as she cannot bear to watch her own child be killed in front of her. Inari is still unable to move as the two thugs raise their swords in a prime position to strike. Now, I jump from my hiding place right behind the two. I chop the backs of both men's necks, effectively knocking them out. I look down at Inari, who is still terrified, and give him a smile. "That was very brave of you, Yano," I say, making the boy feel the pride of distracting the two men cutting the rope restraining Tsunami. She runs to Inari, engulfing him in a motherly bear hug. "I miss you, Ka-san," I think as a tear rolls down my cheek. Whipping it away, I look back at the two and tell them to gather those who want to oppose Gato to meet at the bridge. I take my leave, rushing to my teammates. Time skip. When I finally get to the bridge, I can tell that we are not in the best shape. Hinata-chan is guarding Tizuna while Kakashi-sensei and Sasuke Teme are taking on Zabuza and that fake hunter Nin. Kakashi-sensei and Zabuza are both locked in an intense taijutsu fight while Sasuke is stuck in ice. "Hey Kurama," I say, trying to get his attention. "Damn it, Kit, I was having a nice dream. What do you want?" The pissed Biju yells. "Sorry Mr. Lazyass, I wanted to know if you think my eyes could copy more than just the 5 main elemental affinities." "Well, I am not sure Mr. Loudmouth, why don't you try and find out?" Kurama said in a similarly mocking tone. "Ha ha, very funny, damn fox." I relax and send chakra into my eyes as I watch the hunter ninja perform an ice senbon technique unknown to me. There was now an icy glaze visible upon my right eye. "Hey, would you look at that, it worked, Kit," Kurama yelled inside my head. Stifling a chuckle, I make my way over to the ice mirror dome, only being noticed by Hinata-chan. "Naruto-kun," she says as I pass her. Turning around, I give her a smile while Holding a finger to my lips notioning for her to not give me away, I see a faint blush on Hinata-chan's face and I give her a wink and make my way over to Sasuke Teme to help him out. I did, however, see her blush grow more prominent upon her face. Does she? Like me, I think, as a light blush makes its way to my face, I shake it off as I need to focus on the task at hand, free Teme from the dome and possibly help Kakashi-sensei. I see no way to help from the outside, that is till Sasuke Teme uses a Kaiten jutsu on the ice and it doesn't melt. Perhaps the ice has to be hit from both sides. Teme do that again, I yelled, hoping he'd understand. Reluctantly nodding, he flashes through the hand signs as I do the same. Kaiten Gokaku no Jutsu. We both scream, aiming for the ice. The jutsus clash, only for nothing to happen to the mirrors. Damn. I think, trying to come up with a new plan. Nothing comes to mind. As a last resort, there is only one thing left to do. I have to enter the dome and hope to stop them from the inside. While inside the dome it was like hell. Teme and I got annihilated. Ice senbon stuck out of us all over the place. We were barely standing when the hunter ninja sent another barrage towards Sasuke, and without thinking I ran as fast as I could in front of the barrage, taking most of the hits. Why Dobi? Sasuke said, eyes widened in surprise. I couldn't respond as the sweet relief of unconsciousness took over. No one's pav. Sasuke watched as Naruto dropped to the ground. He wasn't friends with the guy, but he was his teammate as the rage of his unconscious teammate lay in front of him. Sasuke looks up, revealing a 2-in-1 Tomo Sharingan. Barely keeping up with the hunter ninja, Sasuke tried his hardest to find a way out. All attempts were unsuccessful. Hinata was watching from a distance. Seeing Naruto on the ground scared her to death. She couldn't take it. She turned to look at Tazuna, who looked back at her. Go, I understand, he said with a nod. Hinata activates her Byakugan, rushing towards the ice mirrors. She could see it, the flow of chakra running through the dome. If she can get a hit in just the right place, she could free the two. She reeled her arm back to release a powerful Juken strike to the ice, shattering the jutsu quickly. She runs to Naruto and takes him back over towards Tazuna. Sasuke charges at the hunter ninja, knocking him out. Sasuke tied his foe up, dragging him back towards Hinata and Naruto. Hinata was guarding Tazuna, occasionally glancing at Naruto, hoping he'd wake up soon, but once Sasuke arrived, she crouched down, laying his head across her lap while running her fingers through his hair. Please wake up, Naruto-kun, Hinata thought, staring at the unconscious blonde. With Kakashi, Zabuza was pinned. A few dozen of Kakashi's Ninken summons are holding him in place and he is unable to move. Give up, Zabuza, there is nothing you can do here. Kakashi walked up to the ex-swordsman of the mist. TCH was all that came from Zabuza. If you think that I have survived all this time just because of the Sharingan, you are mistaken. Here is something I did not copy, a jutsu of my own creation. Kakashi performs the hand signs: ox, right pointing arrow, hare, right pointing arrow, monkey, Raikiri, lightning blade, Chidori. Kakashi yelled as a ball of lighting engulfed his hand. I'll say this again. Give up, Kakashi said, full of venom while giving the Nukanin a cold glare. Zabuza was weighing his options at the moment. On one hand, he will die here as well as Haku. He will die and Haku will live as a prisoner. He somehow gets free, killing Kakashi only to be betrayed by Gato or give in and help kill Gato. I yield, was all that Zabuza could get out as he looked at the ground in shame. Dispelling the jutsu, Kakashi takes some ninja wire and ties Zabuza up after taking all his weapons. When Kakashi walks over to his team, he sees a knocked out Naruto in Hinata's lap. Hinata, who was blushing with a worried face, and Sasuke, who was barely in better shape than Naruto. The only difference is their conscious state. Kakashi then noticed The fake hunter Nin also tied up to a railing on the bridge. Well, it seems Kirigakure no Kijin is just as useless as I thought, a dwarf said on the other side of the bridge with about 100 thugs at. This time Naruto was starting to stir awake. Looking around a bit, he realized he was in Hinata's lap. Blushing a bit, Naruto follows her eyes to see a dwarf and the thugs. How about you all take down the men and leave the girl for you to do whatever to. Hinata's eyes widened at the statement. Naruto was pissed at this statement. How dare you? Naruto stood up, his bangs covering his eyes, Senbon still riddled through his body. The temperature around the Konoha squad and the two Nukenin. Naruto looked up and the thugs stepped back a bit, seeing red eyes with black slits in them. Red chakra started to surround Naruto. His whiskers became more prominent, his canines enlarging as he went down on all fours like an Inuzuka. How dare you threaten and destroy innocent people's lives, then you threaten and attack us with Nukenin when we try to help them. Now you're saying you weren't even gonna pay these two who risked their lives for your sorry ass. Now you have the audacity to threaten my team. Threatening to take advantage of a sweet innocent girl, doing this in person with such weak enemies, will be your final mistake. Naruto screams, charging in the No Tails Cloak Team 7 as surprised. How Naruto got up to defend his team after suffering that much damage. Zabuza was surprised. This boy, who he was just enemies with, is now defending him with Naruto. Kurama, why am I in my mind? I am in the middle of a fight, he asked. Listen here, Kit. I want to tell you that you're using my chakra right now and you are not yourself. You are not responsible for anything, and I mean everything you are about to do to these punks. I am currently in control and I will not be giving it back until I am done. Please, this is to help you. Do not leave here until I tell you it is okay. Got it? Kurama said, hoping to spar the boy for now about what he is about to do. Outside plus Kurama's pav, it has been so long since I have been out here to breath fresh air is amazing. I gotta have the Kit let me out more often. Well, not just for this anyway. Still making my way to take these clowns down. I pick up speed. I'd say we are moving at speeds of a mid-tier Junin right now, and boy are these weaklings confused. Now it is my turn to play, I said, shocking every soul on the bridge. The thugs were terrified while the Mutt summoner was scared. I was out and fish breath. Zabuza and the rest of the Kit's friends were confused with what was going on in general. I slowly start my carnage, ripping through the thugs at terrifying speeds. For a genin, every second 5 bodies would hit the ground lifeless in my wake. I was unstoppable. And then there was one, I said, grinning at the dwarf in front of me. Please, I can give you anything you want. Fame, money, women, you name it, anything. I ask him. Nods with a slight glint of hope before he could even realize his head was reversed as I broke his neck violently. I turned to look at the rest of the group, walking over to them. None of you shall tell Naruto what happened here, and you too, I say, pointing at fish breath and the human snow cone machine. Haku, the kid would be devastated if you were gone before he wakes up. I would stay close by till then, or I will come after you and gut you myself. The two Nukenin froze in fear. The only thing they could do was nod in agreement. No one's pav, before anyone can say or do anything else. The red cloak around Naruto dissipates as his features return to normal. Naruto looks at them, smiling. Oh, what did I miss? He said, rubbing the back of his head, unaware of the slaughter that happened behind him. Again, no one could say a word when Naruto passed out again. Ant cut. Next part in 1 to 3 days. BYEE.